Today is an exciting day because we are going to decorate for Christmas today. And it's actually kind of a gloomy, rainy day outside, so it feels like the perfect day to do this in Texas. Don't get me wrong, it is still like 80 something degrees outside, so it's very warm, but the gloominess outside kind of makes it feel like it's not 85 degrees. I wanted to document decorating for Christmas this year because we have a really unique living situation that we won't ever have again. So we're living in this cozy little cottage that was built to look like the Cotswolds. Again, it's a really unique living situation that we just feel really lucky that we get to live here for a year and experience what it's like to live in a cottage that feels like we're in England, but we're actually in Texas. Kind of crazy. I would love to be able to look back at this season of life, especially when we're decorating for something as exciting as Christmas, and get to enjoy these memories for years and years and years to come. And sometimes when I watch YouTubers, I realize how lucky they are that they get to watch trips or seasons of life or big milestones in their life. They have these videos of them that they get to watch and kind of experience that day over and over and over again. So I kind of want to start doing that a little bit more in Christmas, and our cozy Cotswolds cottage feels like one of those things that I want to document. I have a game plan for today. I'm going to start by laying out all of our Christmas decorations that we already have. I had Caleb go with me to the storage unit last night to pick up everything there so that we could lay it out, see what we have, make sure we don't double buy something that we already have. And I don't plan on buying a lot. I actually plan to DIY a lot of the things that we're going to do this year. But I just want to make sure I know in my head what we have when I go to the store and kind of browse and look around at Christmas decorations. Then after we see what we have, I want to run to a couple stores. World Market is top of my list. I love World Market at Christmas time. I think they have such fun, unique gifts, decor, just fun things that you can find, especially during the holiday season. And one thing I do want to look for at World Market is we like to collect ornaments for our Christmas tree from different countries or major cities that we visit on trips, and I have most of them from the places we've been this year, but there are two that I did not end up finding ornaments. So I want to try to find a couple ornaments that will just help us to remember fun trips that we were able to take in 2024. I want to also go to Hobby Lobby to pick up some different crafting things for some of the DIYs I want to do. I want to make lots of garlands because when I think about a English cottage, for some reason in my head I just picture garlands like on the windows and paper chains hanging from the ceiling and just garlands everywhere. So I want to DIY a bunch of those. Pick up some supplies at Hobby Lobby for that. I made a whole Pinterest board of just the vibes that we're aiming for this year, and there's lots of DIYs on there. So I can share some of those, especially as I do those DIYs. I'll show you how I do them. That might not be today, but maybe I'll make another video in the future. And I want to go to Target just to browse, Anthropologie just to browse. I might grab a candle at Anthropologie because we burned through our Christmas candle last year. But Target and Anthropologie have very trendy pieces that don't tend to be my aesthetic a year later. So I want to browse just to get some ideas, but I really try not to add a lot of those trendy things to my decor because you kind of just get tired of them after time, and the trends are always changing. I don't want to spend a lot of money either. So we will just use what we have and then maybe add a few things as we browse. After we browse, I want to decorate. I have a few recipes I want to do this season. I also want to make a list of I don't want to call it a bucket list because I don't like that phrase. I don't like that you say bucket list because it's like things you do before you kick the bucket. I just don't like that phrase. But I want to make a list of all the things I want to try to do this holiday season, like recipes I want to make, DIYs I want to do, dates I want to go on with Caleb. It's like having a puzzle out on the table all season, or making fondue for dinner one night to remind us of our fondue we did in Switzerland. I want to make a whole list, and I'll share that list. Maybe we can work on that together as well. That's the game plan for now, but I know there will be lots of things that pop up along the way, and I'm excited to document it so that I can look back on this in the future and relive these memories over and over and over again, and then share it with you if you are looking for inspiration or just someone to encourage you to DIY your Christmas this year. Before we run to the store, I actually want to work on our holiday list of things that we want to do. I should just call it a bucket list. It's silly that I don't call it that. But I want to actually work on our list of things that we're gonna do this season, and I thought I would share some of the things. I'm on Pinterest, so I'm gonna pull up some Pinterest and I'll show you on the screen what I'm talking about. But because we're in this Cotswold cottage, I want to do some things that are maybe more of like an English tradition, the things that they do in the UK. And one thing that I need to research more, because I actually don't know the history or like the reason why they do this in the UK, but have you ever seen the Christmas crackers that it's like there's like a small gift inside and then it's wrapped in fabric with like bows on each side and you like break it open and there's a gift inside? I want to look into why they do that in the UK and maybe do that at, also I want to host a dinner party, so I want to have those at a dinner party as like a little gift on the plates. I want to put ribbon on lots of things, on lights and candles. I want to do at a dinner party when I host it, I want to have like a little activity, a little craft to do together. And I think one thing that would be fun is painting wooden ornaments. I saw quite a few of those on Pinterest. I really like these in particular. I think those are really beautiful. There's lots of garlands. Like I said, I want to make a ton of garlands. So I saw a garland that's made out of bows. I saw a garland that was made out of just fabric squares, fabric triangles, oranges, grapefruits, popcorn. I want to make paper snowflakes. I also know IKEA has lanterns that they sell that are pretty inexpensive, so maybe we'll run to IKEA too and get those lanterns that we could hang from the ceiling or hang in the windows. I just want there to be like dim lighting all season long with garlands everywhere and candles. I saw a DIY painted advent candle where you paint the numbers and you burn it to a certain point every day. That would be kind of fun. I saw lots of DIY ornaments with fabric that you sew, and specifically I think this DIY sewn ornament is fun because you can make it look like someone's house. So maybe we'll make that for those for somebody as a Christmas gift. There are lots of fun Christmas gift ideas that are DIY'd that I think would be fun. I want to make someone dominoes and these ornaments. I say that and then I'm probably not going to do any of this because I'm going to run out of time, but that's why we're starting early. We don't have a whole lot of time at home because we travel so much during the holiday season, so I want to decorate early so that we have extra time with our tree and time to get excited about the holidays. One thing I want to add to our list is fondue, having fondue one night for dinner, or maybe a couple nights for dinner, because we did that in Switzerland. We hiked to the top of we didn't really hike, it was like a walk up a hill at the top of a mountain, and we had fondue at the top, and so I would love to do that every year from now on to remind us of that. The list of things so far that I have is host a dinner party, DIY gifts, DIY decorations, fondue, drink tea at night, the Christmas crackers, thrift for Christmas decor. I'm sure more will come to my mind, but I'll make a list and leave it in the caption so that you can see everything that's on my list, and then maybe leave a comment and tell me what you want to do on your list, because I would love to hear your ideas. And now let's go shop at all the different stores. Set up for Christmas tonight. We'll start with World Market. I was hoping to find some lanterns, the star lanterns. I'm sure you've seen other people use them on Instagram or on Pinterest, and I really wanted some white star lanterns that we can hang from the ceiling. World Market had a few, but they weren't my favorite, but I did find this green star lantern. So we're gonna use one of these. I think it fits really well with the color scheme that I am following. I ended up going to IKEA to try to find star lanterns. They have quite a few, but they were completely sold out and they aren't restocking until next year. So I ended up just finding some on Amazon. I found a pack of 3 and they were only $8.99 for a pack of 3, which is cheaper than World Market and IKEA. I feel like that was a good deal. I don't know if they're gonna be great quality yet. They haven't come in the mail yet. And they had some good reviews, so I think they'll be good. World Market, because we were a member, they gave us shortbread cookies, which was so fun. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. And the lady at the register was like, yeah, that's so fun, and was kind of mocking me about it, but I was excited about these. I think there's only 4 cookies in here, but these things are good. If you've ever had these, they're really good. If you haven't had them, you should try them. Then I went to Hobby Lobby so that I could grab our craft supplies to make all of our garlands and different DIYs, and I found some velvet ribbon. Normally, I feel like I have trouble finding velvet ribbon when I go to Hobby Lobby, but it wasn't actually in the ribbon section. It was in the fabric section. So if you're having trouble finding velvet ribbon, go over to the fabric and look at the ribbon that's over there. I found lots of different colors, 2 different blue colors, red and pink, and some thicker styles. And then I found this set that has lots of different colors that are a skinnier ribbon. So I'm excited about these. I'm definitely not going to use all of these colors, but I really loved the pink and the red and then the blue and purple. So we'll play around with these. I also got lots of different fabrics to make a garland with pendants, I think is what it's called, the little triangles. Kind of ended up going with a red and blue theme. Not super Christmassy, but I think it'll still work. I really am into the red and blue combination. Since I went to a bookstore in Boston, what was the bookstore called? Beacon Hill bookstore, maybe? I went with a friend last year and I really loved this muted blue with a muted red color combination. So I ended up getting this red fabric with stars or snowflakes on it, this floral blue pattern, which is really pretty, and a striped red and white pattern. So we'll cut these into triangles and then make a little pendant garland. And for our paper chains, I got, again, red and blue paper. So we'll just cut these up, staple them, and make little chains and hang those up. Hopefully it all ends up working out. I also got some oranges, normal oranges, and then blood oranges that we're gonna slice and make garlands out of, and then a wreath I'm gonna try to make for over the sink. I have a couple things that I didn't buy this year. They're actually things I got last year and one thing even the year before, but I think they're fun. And so if you're looking for fun things for the holiday season, you might want to look for these. This first thing I got as a birthday gift last year from my sister. She got it for me, but they had it at World Market when I went today. It was, I think, $16.95 at World Market, but about 6 months ago I went to Ollie's. It's like a discount store and they have a huge book section, and they had these discounted for $3.99. So about 6 months ago I bought 3 or 4 of them to have on hand if I go to any holiday parties this year. I thought it was a good hostess gift. You could wrap ribbon around it and then just put a little thank you card, and if I was a host I would love that gift, especially for hosts that might have grandkids. It's basically like a little advent calendar and each day is a different type of cookie. So I don't actually know what kind of cookie that is. Let's see if we can find one I know what it is. Here we go. There's like a little sugar cookie gingerbread man, and then if you go to that page in the book, it gives you the recipe. I think it would be a good gift for someone that's hosting, and it's unique. And 2 other things, I forgot to mention this yesterday, but on my list of things I want to do this holiday season, I want to have a puzzle out on the kitchen table kind of at all times. And I have 2 holiday puzzles that we pretty much do every year. This one is Christmas in London, and this one is just a Christmas scene with a tree and some fun houses. I think these are both by the same artist. Let's see. Yeah, Michael Storings. He has a lot of fun holiday puzzles, but also just puzzles in general. So I want to have these out on the table at all times so that we have a different puzzle to work throughout the holiday season. That's everything that I've got. Oh, I wanted to show you some of my favorite ornaments too. I didn't buy these today, but I think that they're fun ornaments. I added them a couple throughout this year while we were traveling. I thought I would show them to you. The first one that I added to our collection is this one. I got this in France. I got this in France while I was taking a class this summer. They took us on a little excursion day through different small villages in France, and I saw this and thought I would get it. It's actually, when I When we went to one of the towns, they told us it was like the home of where gingerbread came from. But when you Google that, it doesn't seem true. It says gingerbread originated like in ancient Greece or with the Egyptians. So not sure if the story holds up, but I got this little ornament at a little gingerbread shop in a French village. So it has a fun story to it. I also picked up this little ornament this year. I went to a bookstore in Boston with one of my best friends, and we went and had like a little high tea, afternoon tea together. And so we sat at this table that's painted. We sat at this table and just talked and had afternoon tea together, and it was one of my favorite memories from that year. So I'm excited to hang this on the tree this year to remind me of just that fun memory with my friend. And I also got her one. I haven't mailed it to her yet. So Tori, if you're watching, you have one coming in the mail, as long as I remember to mail it. A few other ornaments that I didn't pick up this year, but they still sell at World Market are this one, Big Ben. I added this year, the first year that we went to London, and they do still sell it. I saw it. They also had a telephone booth. I want to add the telephone booth to our collection, but I forgot to go back for it when we were there yesterday. And then a little Eiffel Tower. When we went to Paris, I think I actually got this one at World Market too, but I wanted to add it to our tree so that we can remind us of our couple trips to Paris that we've been on. And then this one is really special to me. My grandma was a nurse, and she was one of my favorite people. She passed away when I was 14, but she was a nurse, and this was an ornament that she always had on her tree, and my grandpa gave it to me a few years ago. So I always like putting this one front and center because it reminds me of my grandma. Yeah, that's really all of the ornaments that have significant stories to them. I think they still sell this one at Anthropologie. It's just the Anthropologie mirror, and I think it's cute. I got this one in 2021 for Christmas, and it's just a aesthetically pleasing ornament for the tree. We've got a nutcracker and a swan and so many different things. So I think ornaments are a fun way to slowly add things to your decorations every year because they're pretty inexpensive, and you can just get one or two each year, and then eventually your tree is filled with ornaments. So we're gonna go decorate for Christmas, and I will show you what everything looks like.